Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
504 is a board game put out by Freedom and Freeze. And what I'm going to do here is not a normal review. I'm just going to do kind of a first impressions of how I felt about this game. Whew. There's a lot to say about this game, but I'm going to try to do it short and concisely because there's so much here to unpack. What do you have? You have a game that promises you 504 different and unique games. And he does that by mix and matching different mechanisms into the game. So there's going to be a lot of variety into this game, and there's going to be a lot there for you to unpack. Which means that each of the games are probably not going to be the same quality. Some are going to be better than others, and you kind of know that going in. And part of the fun of the game is not necessarily playing the game, which it is. It's also exploring the game, finding out which mechanisms you like. Do you like 128 better than 374? You know, and that's going to be part of the experience, I believe, not just the game. The game's going to give you fine components. They're all great. They're going to be generic because they're going to be used in a lot of different aspects. And the theme of the game isn't really going to come through, although some are better than others. I'm going to talk a little bit about today about not what's so good about the game, but what's good about the game I think is fairly obvious. The uniqueness, what he's trying to accomplish here. This is something new. A lot of bang for your budget. I'm telling you, if you're on a budget, this is the #1 game you should buy. This is #1 game for budget people because you're going to get 504 different games. There's a lot to grind through. This is the equivalent of an open world video game where you can go anywhere you want. You can try anything that you want. You can grind for hours. You're going to get a lot of play time in this game. And while all 504 games are not unique, they're not all the same quality, I think what you're going to get here is a lot of game. And you can spend an entire year or more just playing 504. So for gamers that are on a budget, this is by far the #1 game I would recommend, regardless of anything. Now, the reason why I'm not going to keep this game, this is a grinding game to me. For me, each of the individual games are fine. I think that you can have fun playing them, and some are going to be better, and it's part of the fun is going to be finding those games. You're going to grind through some of these games. 001, 002, 003, 112, 113, 114 to find out what you like. Lots of variety, which seems like a good thing. But in this game and age, I want to buy a great game. My time is limited. When I was a younger man or even a kid, I had all the time in the world to do something like this and play with something like this. Now I don't. Now I want that unique thematic experience, and I want it to be good, and I want it here now. I don't have the time to grind through 504 games to find which one I like. I think your experiment is great. I want to support your experiment. I think it's unique. I think it adds something to the hobby. But it's not really what I'm looking for in my board games. It really isn't. I want a very strong thematic game. I want the components to look good. I want them to fit the purpose of this game. And I want something that's going to blow my socks off. I don't want to have to play the game and find it for you. What am I going to like? What am I not going to like? And matching these things together. I think it's neat. I think it's fun. I think if you pull this out, I like to show people, hey, you know, this is really neat. This is what board games can be. It's not what I want. I want something where I know I'm going to sit down, I'm going to have a great experience, and I'm going to have the kind of components that I want for this experience. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. It's just not something I want to grind through, and I feel like that's the majority of the game. While there are these individual games that I can play in it, they almost feel like mini games in a way to the grander game, which is playing through these 504 games. In the 1980s, you had Nintendo, and you would have these games that your friends didn't have, and you go to school and you would talk about it. There wasn't an internet, so you weren't in a way that you could just find out about the gems, and somebody would tell you, hey, you should check out Tecmo Bowl, or you should check out Dragon Warrior. And, what? Never heard of that. Let's check it out. Let's trade games. And I feel like that's kind of the aspect that you would have in this game. Have you tried 323? It's like, no, I did not try 323. So you would go back and you would try that. Wow, this is really good. The problem is I don't think this game picked up, and people didn't really take that. People weren't looking for 504 games. They were looking for one good one until they could move on to the next shiny game, forget about the game they liked before, and have this new game. So people are going to invest the time in this game to find out which ones were great and which ones weren't. I mean, there might be a couple people, but it just didn't catch on in the same way as, say, Nintendo did, where you were looking for those hidden gems. It was really, really fun. So, in my gaming experience, I'd rather have that solid thematic experience. So for this one, it's going to be a Purge for me. But if these things that I'm describing sound like fun, and they're going to hit some gamers, then I absolutely think this game has a rightful place in a board game collection. But with so many games and so little time, I gotta get rid of some stuff, and 504 is going to be an unfortunate Purge. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel, lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing.